The royal family has been rocked by what may be the most scandalous development since the abdication crisis of 1936. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, was reportedly arrested by Welsh authorities earlier this week under the direct influence, or at least tacit approval, of his elder brother, Prince William, the Prince of Wales. While the palace remains tight-lipped about the exact circumstances, insiders suggest that William had no choice but to act, as Harry's increasingly erratic behavior, compounded by Meghan Markle's relentless antagonism toward the monarchy, had spiraled out of control. This shocking development did not come out of nowhere. For years, the Sussexes have cultivated a narrative of victimhood, claiming they were driven out of the royal family by racism, press intrusion, and lack of institutional support. Yet, beneath the glossy veneer of Netflix deals, podcast contracts, and staged humanitarian photo ops, insiders have consistently painted a picture of manipulation, control, and behind-the-scenes turmoil, much of it allegedly fueled by Meghan herself. The arrest in Wales, considered a stronghold of William's authority as Prince of Wales, is being viewed as the ultimate breaking point. It is, in many ways, symbolic, a public assertion of discipline over a wayward sibling, and, perhaps, a statement that the monarchy will not allow itself to be further undermined by scandal. No one who has watched the trajectory of Prince Harry's life over the past 6 years can deny that Meghan Markle has played a pivotal role. Once regarded as the cheeky, fun-loving prince adored by the British public, Harry's reputation has been systematically dismantled through choices and battles that always seem to trace back to his wife's influence. From the infamous Oprah interview, which blindsided both the late Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip during the twilight of their lives, to the couple's relentless lawsuits against the press, to the release of Harry's memoir Spare, every action has drawn Harry further from the firm's protective embrace and deeper into international controversy. Now, with his arrest, palace aides are openly whispering that Harry's downfall is not simply the story of a man in rebellion, but of a man ensnared by a manipulative spouse who encouraged confrontation rather than reconciliation. Harry was always hot-headed, one insider told reporters, but Meghan weaponized his temper. She made him believe that every disagreement, every tradition, every slight was proof of conspiracy. That paranoia destroyed him. The fact that Harry was taken into custody in Wales is deeply symbolic. Wales is more than just a country within the United Kingdom. It is Prince William's official domain as the Prince of Wales, a title historically tied to loyalty, duty, and guardianship of the realm. Sources suggest that Harry was in Wales for a private, unpublicized meeting, which quickly escalated into a confrontation with local authorities after disputes surrounding security protocols and trespassing issues at a restricted site. What makes the story explosive, however, is that insiders allege the arrest was not purely procedural. It was encouraged, if not outright requested, by William himself. It was a message, said a former palace aide. William wanted to make it clear that Harry's behavior cannot continue unchecked. The Prince of Wales had to put his foot down. The arrest is the latest and most dramatic chapter in the growing rift between the once inseparable brothers. Their bond, forged through shared grief over the death of their mother, Princess Diana, has long been held up as one of the most touching aspects of the modern monarchy. Yet Meghan's arrival appears to have changed everything. William, always cautious and protective of royal tradition, reportedly warned Harry about moving too quickly with Meghan during the early days of their romance. Those words of caution were taken as insults, triggering years of bitterness. Harry's decision to step down from royal duties in 2020, the couple's subsequent accusations of racism within the family, and the release of Harry's tell-all memoir further poisoned relations. For William, who must safeguard the institution he will one day lead, Meghan's influence became a direct threat to the monarchy's survival. Critics argue that Meghan has played a long game of self-promotion under the guise of social justice. Her repeated claims of being silenced, her demands for royal titles for her children, and her consistent framing of the monarchy as a racist, archaic institution have been at odds with her pursuit of Hollywood glamour and financial gain. Her obsession with controlling narratives, whether through her Archetypes podcast, Netflix docuseries, or carefully staged paparazzi appearances, has been interpreted as evidence that she thrives on controversy, even if it destroys Harry in the process. She isolated him from his family, one courtier bluntly told a newspaper. Then she convinced him to burn bridges, so thoroughly that there was no way back. Every move since then has been about her ambition, not his happiness. The circumstances of Harry's arrest remain shrouded in secrecy. Welsh authorities have confirmed only that an incident occurred involving a high-profile individual and that the matter is being dealt with according to protocol. However, palace insiders insist the arrest was deliberately sanctioned, not merely coincidental. If true, this places William in an unprecedented position of authority, essentially policing his own brother. Legal experts suggest that while Harry's arrest may not result in formal charges, it represents a humiliation meant to send a message. Public opinion on Harry's downfall is divided. Some continue to sympathize with the prince, seeing him as a victim of a toxic institution that never supported him. But many others view his arrest as long overdue accountability for years of hypocrisy, entitlement, and self-destructive behavior. Social media exploded with commentary, with hashtags like #HarryArrested and #StandWithWilliam trending simultaneously. One camp sees William as ruthless for allegedly authorizing his brother's arrest, while another praises him for finally defending the monarchy from ongoing humiliation. Notably, Meghan herself has remained silent publicly, though insiders claim she is furious at the humiliation and is considering a renewed media offensive against the royal family. Meghan's influence in this saga cannot be overstated. Since stepping into royal life, she has been accused of fostering division, alienating staff with alleged bullying tactics, and pursuing fame at the expense of duty. The Sussex's endless media ventures, Netflix, Spotify, books have been lucrative but have repeatedly painted the monarchy in a negative light. By encouraging Harry to weaponize his pain and grievance for profit, Meghan has not only jeopardized his relationship with his family, but also led him into circumstances that culminated in this arrest. It was always about control, said one biographer. Meghan wanted Harry untethered from his brother, his father, and the institution. She got what she wanted, but now Harry has nothing left but the mess she helped create. The arrest raises serious questions about Harry's future role, if any, within the monarchy. Will William attempt reconciliation, or has the rift now become permanent? Will Harry face further legal consequences, or will this episode be quietly buried in the interest of royal dignity?